Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here with Amir.
Yep,
with
me.
All Eyes Defense, and we're going to go over weapon lights. We're here at a private range and it's pitch black right now, and we're going to be testing out the different lights, mostly the popular options you would find on the market. So first we have the TLR-7 7A. This is a popular option for carry guns because it's shorter and it's small, and this is 500 lumens. And then the TLR-1HL, which is pretty affordable option on the market. That's like a more of a full-size light. That's 1,000 lumens.
Yeah. Then you got your what I would consider pretty much like it's comparable to both Streamlight and the Surefire, being the Surefire ones. This is the Surefire Ultra. This is a tried and true light. I love it. There's the new one that just came out not too long ago, being the Turbo, which is a higher candela. I believe it's 60,000 candela, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, that's a high number.
Yeah, if I remember, yeah. So the candela being the hot spot of the actual beam itself, as opposed to having a more of a flood or like a natural light.
So the flood part, like the spread, is lumen.
Correct.
Candela is more like the beam.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider the lumens as far as the entire like light capture itself, but for the candela, it's the hot spot of the light. So.
Okay. So then we'll go over each one. We'll test them out, see how they work in this darkness.
Yep.
Would you recommend putting lights on guns?
Absolutely. You have to have a light on both your pistol and your rifle. It's incredibly imperative that you have a light for PID. You need to be able to shoot at night and see what you're shooting at night. A lot of bad shit happens at night, and people need to be aware of that. I know it adds heft. I know it makes the gun bigger or whatnot. And it's not a tactical factor, it's a necessary factor. At least in my opinion, for both rifle and pistol. All my guns, whether it's handgun or rifle, all have lights on them, and it's imperative to have, man, because you gotta be able to see what you're shooting at.
I mean, I think personally most guns do look cooler with lights
I
on
know.
them.
You look more high speed. You look more high speed.
All right, so let's get to shooting and we'll try out each one. Okay, so I think first we'll shoot the TLR-7A because this is probably the smallest one and maybe the most common you'd find on like a carry gun, right? Because stuff happens at night.
Correct.
So, you have a mag for this?
Is that a Glock, right? Yep.
Yeah, and you look like one of those Egyptian pharaohs walking with the light, dude. There you go.
All right, so first rounds with TLR-7. You have a mag? All right, let's try this thing. This is my main carry gun that I've competed with. So, I mean, 500 lumens, check it out. It's pretty good. You could definitely light up something that's close and even the far one, but it is kind of hard to see the steel that's far away.
Yeah, you get decent like identification as far as like whatever you're shooting at, especially at distance. Obviously, the hot spot is not as light as you would want it, let's say on the Turbo that we're going to see a little bit later.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that, I think that works for what it is as being a carry gun. That's perfect for that scenario.
Yeah, because I think if you're engaging something in the dark, you're not like, maybe that 20 yards is the furthest.
Yeah.
But that like 50 yards, there's no way.
Yeah.
You probably land in some legal trouble.
Yeah.
Engaging something that far.
Yeah. You better be also a really good shot.
I'm going for a headshot. Can I hit the steel? Yeah, it's definitely harder to hit the steel. Yeah, I think the 7 is good.
Yeah.
Want to give it a shot?
Yeah, for sure.
I like my little Glock 19. Oh, you can see.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it gives you pretty good like identification as far as that distance, but I mean, it does pretty much what you need it to do. And also, it's small, compact, fits really nice on the gun. So
500 lumens is pretty decent.
it
right?
does what it needs to do, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Amir, give us some wisdom for the camera.
So I like to go pew because I'm super high speed. I'm just kidding. No, you gotta have a good light, man. Having a good light is imperative on a gun.
All right, so this is the TLR-HL. So this is probably the most affordable full-size option.
Yeah. And when it comes to affordability, don't think that just because it is a little bit less, that means it's less quality. Honestly, when it comes to Streamlight, I think it's probably the only other company that I'll compare Surefire to. I know there's other companies, and I know people are going to get probably buttered about that, but I'm going to be honest with you, I think Streamlight is probably the steady competitor when it comes to Surefire.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Surefire guy. No, I don't get paid by them. I pay for all my Surefire lights, But truthfully, when it comes to that light, it's on point. So
Yeah.
don't think that affordability means it's cheap.
True. Because Streamlight is pretty well respected.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, 1,000 lumens, definitely brighter.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right. 1,000 lumens. Oh, I ran out.
Oh no! Here you go, high speed. SWAT Jesus. There we go. That's what they say.
I mean, it's definitely brighter. It feels like, but it's like not a huge difference between the 7 and the 1, right?
Right, right.
The 100.
I don't know the lumen
the
count and the
thousands
candela
is-
on those, but it's just dependent on what it is. Yeah, it's nice. It's different when it comes to the buttonology, if you will. But I don't know. Does this have a constant on, right?
Yeah, I think you flip in the other direction.
Oh, this way. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, because on the Surefire, it's a little bit different. It's the other way around because
Yeah.
you use your support side thumb to turn it. Yeah, but I guess, oh, I see it. It's momentary. That's different. Not
Yeah.
bad, but different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different when it comes to
Same,
shooting that.
same, but different.
Different.
Next up, Surefire X300U.
Hell
So
yeah.
the U stands for Ultra.
Yep.
So, so I would say the Ultra. The Ultra is almost like the Streamlight. Is it the same lumens?
I don't know because I think that's the new Ultra, right?
Yeah.
So it's the 1,000 lumen.
All right, first round's X300U. Okay, one thing I noticed about this U is I think I'm getting a lot more like of the smoke, kind of like clouding it out.
Because I think it's a little bit brighter than the other one.
Yeah. Let me try that again. Well, I mean, I can hit it now because I could see the steel
target.
more clearly. But tell me what you think about that. I didn't know that'd be a factor. It's almost like you can't see from the smoke. Are you getting that too?
Yeah, I see what you mean. But that's probably from the light because the smoke is just kind of bright, or the light is brightening up that smoke. So it's just occluding a little bit more than it should.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it still works. Nice.
Or maybe it's the gun.
What's that?
Maybe it's the gun's just making a lot of smoke.
Could be that too. But I think that
Damn,
light
you
sits
get blinded.
Yeah, that's why you want to move out of the smoke.
Oh, I
For
didn't
sure.
know
That's
that.
what I would
so
do.
That's why you hire a guy like this guy.
I have no
with
idea what I'm doing.
Defensive training, you know.
No, it's more like ish training. So it's like kind of. So if I'm shooting and I can't see, all right, I'm gonna move.
He's getting all the reloads.
And I'm gonna get out of the way of the smoke. And it's also good light management too.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to stay in the same spot, right? Because
Okay.
once you turn that light on, you're a target, right?
True.
So
Let's
streets,
try the X300 Turbo, but it's also on my PDP. So
it's the gummy bears, bro.
Gotta have the tactical gummy bears, bro.
Yeah,
They're
makes
not
you-
Sean Ryan's, but they'll do.
They're more high speed.
So, X300 Turbo. This is what I keep on the competition gun, and I think this light might be the best. So if we look at this one, oh yeah,
Notice the hot spot, that's a higher candela. But that candela being the hot spot is what gives you the real nice PID at distance.
what's PID stand for?
Positive identification.
Like look at how this thing is just like a beam.
It's like a laser.
Yeah, look at that target down there. That thing is like so easy to see now.
Yeah, it's very. Nice.
I think the turbo is where it's at.
Yeah, 100%. This gun's really nice, by the way. Oh my god, I'm excited.
I think he likes my gun.
I think I like this gun. Wow. Yeah, when it comes to PID at distance, that turbo, I know that some people may have issues with it being super bright. Like, let's say we go down to this target right here. Watch what happens with the target and how bright it gets. It's pretty bright, you know, and there'll be a lot of splash when it comes back to you, especially if you have one with a high candela. I know that kind of sucks sometimes, but truthfully, being able to do this and to be able to see that target at distance is money for me, and I like that. So, again, that's just me.
Yeah, especially because you want to be able to see someone's hands too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
right?
Most definitely.
Okay, so that concludes shooting with each light. And what are your thoughts on each one?
Honestly,
Let's talk about the 7 first.
the Streamlight, the 7, it's cool. It's good for what it is, as far as being that like concealed carry light, especially with it sitting flush. So for some of us with prior injuries, sometimes having a longer gun or a longer light might not be the best thing, only because it might just push into something. Like I've had 2 inguinal hernias in the past, and having a gun push in on your appendix like that kind of sucks. But for that, as far as a concealed carry one, it works perfectly for that. So
This light, it's like really good for carry, obviously, and for the price. This is like sub 150-ish
I think so,
or
yeah.
something.
Again, I don't incorporate it being cheaper being bad, because it's not.
Yeah.
To be really honest with you.
So very good light for the price, and especially in a compact size for how powerful it is. I've never used this light in that dark, because the match I shot, I was using my X300 Turbo, but I think I could totally do it with this light.
Absolutely.
I think the further targets might be an issue.
Yeah.
But you could totally like run.
What
this
kind of
light.
distance were you shooting at those targets?
At night competition might be like 15, 20 yards max.
Oh, did you? That's plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
by TLR-7.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the TLR-1HL. So this is another sub-ish 150
Yeah.
light, and it's pretty powerful. Especially for the price, this thing is, I think it delivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I would say that the X300 Ultra and the TLR-1 are almost comparable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one does have a little tiny bit more of a, like not concentrated beam, but the white on the light itself just seems a little bit more true. I don't know. It's the best way I can explain it. This just seems a tiny bit more yellow. Might be some
can see
carbon
that.
built at, but I don't know. But the white light on this one is a little bit better. And I hope you guys don't think I'm trying to be biased towards Surefire. Again, I run all Surefire and I bought all mine. But it's just something to think about between the white light versus the like yellowish light.
So the two X300s, definitely just off the bat, the turbo takes the cake.
100%.
Like, it's not even a comparison, and it's crazy because they're actually, I think they're the same price. It's like buying a Porsche. Just
Yeah.
get the-
And again, you've got that backed up Surefire name. You can shoot a lot of rounds to it. I've shot a lot of rounds through all my pistols. They all run Surefire and they all run really well. But having that nice high candela output, it's money at distance. It really is.
So Surefire is a lot more expensive. So it might not work out for everyone until you can afford it. But definitely Streamlight is a good option. And if you get a Surefire, there's a difference between the A and the B, right?
Yeah.
So A is a quick detach, gun's empty. You could quick detach the light and throw it on other guns. This makes it kind of convenient. And I run the B because I've heard on slow motion videos, if you're not running a Glock, the A can actually flop around. It can affect your recoil.
Yeah.
Just something to consider. So if you're not running a Glock, definitely go with the B.
There is on when he's talking about with that flop on the Alpha. There is a little bit of fix to it. So what you could do is you can add a little bit of wire tape in the back of it, and then because there's a slight gap, and it can help with that, and it'll allow it for a little less movement. Is it going to fall off? Probably not, or if not ever. But yeah, you definitely with the screw on with the Bravo, it is nice. But I would recommend you like on a lot of these anything with a screw on it. I typically like to witness mark everything. Make sure I know that it stays true, and that if it were to get loose on me, I can see it for sure. And that's on anything that I have.
I
like a
have
screw
seen some's light fly off.
Yeah, so it's
during a
just-
competition.
It's things to it's just things to remember when it comes to that type of stuff. And you'd be like,
Yeah.
no, especially if you're shooting a night
Yeah.
match. So
Imagine you shoot your own Surefire,
oh,
flies off.
it's a $400 light, just goes to
Yeah.
crap. But whatever.
All right, so if you guys enjoyed the video, give Amir here a follow, like, subscribe.
Yeah, I run a company called All Eyes Defense. We
Oh, you're
try
supposed to say thanks for watching.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I didn't tell you before.
Yeah,
All
sorry.
right.
Thanks
so go
for
ahead
watching.
and tell us about your company. Put in the plug here.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. But I do run a company called All Eyes Defense. Appreciate you guys liking, sharing, subscribe. My boy Fat over here. Good dude. Great shooter.
All right. Thanks for watching.